Hey, blank stare or whatever. Hand me that gizmo, will you? Round it end towards me or you'll burn off your face area.
Of course, forest resident.
Yeah, whatever, thanks.
How are things coming along?
Oh, you mean fixing the space-time continuum? That thing everyone's counting on me to figure out and won't stop asking me about because the fabric of all reality depends on it? It's a walk in the park, you know, why sweat the small stuff?
If it's any consolation, once you've finished, they'll probably stop bothering you so fast they won't even start to thank you.
Tell me something I don't know. You seem to be in pretty good spirits, considering.
Considering what?
You know, the whole we're gonna try to erase the only reality you've ever known, thereby wiping you out of existence to make room for another one situation?
Ah, that. Well, it may be the only reality I've known, but that doesn't mean I've felt as though I belong there, if that makes sense.
More than you'd think, pal. Try getting experimented on for years until you're left being unlike anything else in the universe.
I'd rather not. Sounds rather unpleasant. No, my isolation is more of the self-imposed sort. Tends to come off as extreme to most, but it's the only way that ever made any sense to me.
You're not missing much. Getting away from everyone would seem like the only sane way to live, you ask me. If everyone weren't so much fun to mess with, know what I'm saying?
I find ridiculing those unable to comprehend it to be a pointless exercise, honestly.
Ah, see now that's where you're wrong. If they're too dumb to understand, that just makes it that much funnier to me.
Ah, so you see yourself as superior to others.
Most folks think they're better than me just by looking at me. Why not return the favor?
True, man's tendency towards his own ego can lead to insensitive or even callous treatment towards others. But even so, why lower oneself to their level?
'Cause I give as good as I get, pal. And sometimes it's the only language they speak.
Sometimes, but not every time.
Better safe than sorry. And who are you anyway? You took yourself out of society so you don't have to deal with any of it, and you're gonna judge my life choices?
I never said it was an easy life.
Yeah, my heart is breaking just thinking about it. Comes down to it, you had a choice in being a freak, I didn't. End of story.
It's possible to come to a realization so profound that it changes who you are. And once it happens, you can never go back to how or who you once were. It may seem like a choice, but for me, there was no choice at all. You may have felt isolated by your experience, Rocket, but you chose to isolate yourself to remain that way. Perhaps it was for self-defense, perhaps because it was simply what you were used to. Regardless, it was still your choice, just as my isolation was mine. I chose to protect others. You chose to defend yourself. And now our choices align with each other, however briefly. But brief it will be. And then your isolation will be yours once again.
Trust me, it sure as hell don't feel like a choice, pal. I never asked for this, but here I am. I never asked to be alone, but here I am. I don't want to be like this, but here I am. What the hell kind of choice did I ever have then?
None. But you have one now.
And what's that?
To move on, in spite of everything that was done to you. Or not.
And that's just as easy as choosing, huh?
No. In fact, it's often the most difficult thing to do. But the choice belongs to you, not me. Not the people who did this to you. Not anyone else. You. You may have been helpless then, but you're not now. If you truly wish to take back control of your life from those people, then do the one thing they are powerless to stop. Choose for yourself.
You don't understand. It ain't that easy.
In the long run, no. One step at a time, then. One insult held back. One compliment paid instead. One helping hand extended. One attempt to reach out instead of holding back. Just one, and then another. Is the path long? Yes. Difficult? Undoubtedly. Worthwhile? Discover for yourself. It all begins with a choice.